Hello and welcome to the new moon in Pisces community ceremony. Wow, this has been a time. My name is Judy Keating, and I am the co-creatrix of a company called Wise Transformation. And today we're going to talk about some incredible upcoming events. We're going to call in sacred space. We're going to talk about the timing and all of its mischief. And we're going to get some ceremonial guidance. And we'll be together an hour, so it may be a little less. We'll see. I say those things and it sometimes doesn't work out. It will be here no less, no more than an hour, but as much time as we need to be here, I guess would be the way this rolls. So this coming weekend, finally, the anticipation has been building. These 9 presenters, of which I am now one, I say that because we did have someone who needed to step out for a family emergency. So the 9 of us are going to present for you a healing event like no other. These unique, light-filled souls are going to give your heart rest, coherence, new instructions on how to lead from the heart. And I could not be more excited. I am ready to get started. But go to wisetransformation.com. Big announcement if you've been watching it. It is now $29. And if you want to be there and that cost is too much for you, reach out to me. Okay. But I did lower it to make sure that anybody that wanted to come could come. While the event will be recorded, if you can be there even for part of it live, I really would encourage it. I've talked to the other 8 facilitators and they've talked to me, and it is going to be very unique. And the people who attend this event are going to get a restructuring of their, not only your emotional heart, but the wisdom of your heart, the authenticity of your heart, and that it is safe for you to show your heart in the world and to speak from it, create from it, dance with it, let your heart be in contact with other hearts in the world. I just really believe that. So I'm strongly inviting you to sign up. If you're busy this weekend, still sign up. You'll get the recordings. They'll be worth it. And if you can be there for any part of it live, it is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, noon Eastern to about 5:30 Eastern. And there are breaks in there, there's dance in there is other experiential things in there. It's not going to be sitting at your computer for 5.5 hours doing nothing. Trust me. All right, that's about that. Now, I and some other people I know have been introduced to an incredible light technology. It's called X39, and I want to share with anyone who is interested about what this technology has done for me and almost every single person I've introduced it to and other people I know who I didn't get to introduce it to. It is the up-leveling of consciousness through the body, as far as I'm concerned. So that's why I want you to know about it. You can come to a free presentation, no obligation, no pressure, 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time next Friday, March 27th at 4 p.m. We will take about 35 minutes to show you what it is, to show you that you can use it too, and that it does work. And it's unusual because you go to your internet browser and you type nzlight.com and you are taken to my personal Zoom room where I will give you the presentation with others. Thank you. So now we're going to open to the living field of creation. And if you do that and you're in the northern hemisphere, you can feel the energy of spring coming. Because remember, the equinox and the official start of spring is this coming weekend. You can feel things budding and shifting, even in the areas of the northern hemisphere that have snow. You can still feel the energy shifting. So I want you to open to the energy of a new season. And Ostora, or the spring equinox, is a time of rebirth. Open to the energy of rebirth. And allow that rebirth energy to be supported by the earth for feeling embodied in your body, and to have that be a safe place to be. I call upon the rejuvenation of water, the liquid love that runs through our veins, that runs through our oceans, rivers, lakes, streams, that connects the land masses of Earth in a profound way. I call upon air for freshness. You know, when it feels safe to take that really deep breath and you can feel the recentering of your whole self. I'm asking that to be present today. And fire, the sun, as the sun is having an awakening in the northern hemisphere and a decline in the southern hemisphere of equal light and dark coming, we just invite the power of sunlight and fire. We are in the year of the fire horse. It does create a lot of wanting to move forward, but we're just going to ask that this energy be tempered in such a way that we can keep ourselves energized rather than overrun by it. And finally, we call in spirit and trust and grace in our own individual process. And we just ask to be informed by spirit today about where we need to get support. These calls are about getting and giving support to each other. And so it is. So it is, and so it is, and so it is. Never was. So when we have a new moon in the same sign as the sun, it can feel like the start of a growing phase or give a little boost of energy. And this is the last part of the Pisces sun. And Pisces is all about compassion in the heart. While if you have Pisces in your chart, or when you feel into Pisces, when you look at the world stage, you can feel the grief and suffering of humanity at this time. And most everyone I know wants to respond with a loving, caring heart and wants to offer healing. Hence, we're doing this event this weekend. But it is deeply spiritual, intuitive, and psychic. And I want you to notice that it said both intuitive and psychic. They are not the same. People get them confused. So tap into your own spiritual, intuitive, and psychic energies, and everyone has them, whether they're aware of them or not. And it serves the world by dreaming the visions of a peaceful planet and selflessly helping others to create a better life. I always think of Mother Teresa when I think of the Pisces energy, because she was love in action. She wanted to be with the people that she was serving as part of them, not superior to them, not subservient to them, but as a part of them. And this particular sign can merge with humanity and the divine. So this is part of the reason that the Mercury retrograde has felt so intense, is because we're learning to merge with humanity as a collective and the divine at a higher level. I believe that those of us who choose to be conscious are having that happen. And we have spring equinox coming this weekend. Actually, the exact point of spring equinox will happen right before the start of our event this weekend on Friday. And it's a balance of day and night all around the globe, because the spring equinox occurs in the northern hemisphere and the autumnal equinox occurs in the southern hemisphere. And we have the energy of a sacred time of literally rebalancing, but on a global scale. So we can invite rebalancing into our life, into our community, into our networks, and help the planet rebalance. And Mercury goes direct. That's a lot happening at the same time. But it will hopefully bring to you, and setting your intentions over the next 2 weeks, look for balance, but balance is not standing still. You know, when you think about, even if you stood up and you tried to stand on one foot, you probably would wobble a little bit to find your balance. And if you had it for a few seconds, you'd probably need to do the same. Move about to find your balance again. Balance to me means that you are receiving all parts of you and you are accessing all parts of you, and that you are interfacing with life with all parts of you. It has nothing to do with being able to stand up on one leg, to me. Okay. So you might be working on one thing, like right now, I'm focused on Europhanic heart. You can imagine that that's true. But what is it that the Piscean compassionate energy inside you needs support with right now? That's really what we're looking for. Because over the next 2 weeks, we're going to transition out of Pisces into Aries, which is a very different energy. So what support do you need at this time, and how can this call help you today? That's what I want you to reflect on, make note of in your journal. And if you're here and you get finished, if you'd let me know, just give me all right, Victoria appears to be done. Okay. And if you're on the recording and you need more time, just hit pause. Okay, so we always use Lisa Michaels' brilliant creation of the Elemental Forces of Creation Oracle to give us a little guidance. And if you have your own deck, it may be a red deck, which is the original deck, or it may look like this one. But if you have your own deck, I always encourage you to draw your own cards. But to make it accessible all across the globe, I'm going to show you the cards for each of the elements. And we're going to start with Earth. So you've now decided what you want to get information about. So how can Earth help you? And Earth is all about structure and form and rhythm and organic timing and having a structure, having a container. Okay. So take a look. You can pick more than one card. You're allowed. But you want to just see what card jumps out at you. And for those that are here, if you don't mind sharing the card that you got, I got Body Wisdom.
Hey, Judy, I did not see the cards come up on the
Oh,
oh, it's because I have on gallery view. Never mind.
do you
My
see them
bad.
now? That's
Yeah,
okay. I would
yeah,
much rather people speak up. Trust me.
yeah, yeah.
And Nanda, I hope you can see them. And okay. So with each element, I sort of reflect on the timing and I ask for a question. So if this question doesn't resonate for you, please just ask Earth what it wants you to know or come up with your own question. But apparently we ain't messing around. Where do you abandon yourself by not being compassionate about your physical needs? Where do you abandon yourself by not being compassionate about your physical needs? When you feel complete, just let me know. Okay. And again, if you need more time, please please hit pause. So now we're going to look at the water cards. I got two that jumped out at me. Okay, so just make note of whatever card or cards from the water realm wants to be with you as your support companion. You know, and this is time for really emotional truth. So they asked me to put out there for you, what hurts have you dismissed that need to be felt and expressed? And if you don't have any of those, then look deeper to see what water wants you to know. This is about your journey. I just am given this guidance to give you something to think about. Trust yourself first. Okay. Take time with this if you need to. Now we're going to move on to the air realm, the mental realm, the imaginal realm where we can envision, where we get our ideas, where we can perceive things in our mind and watch things go from idea to completion in our mind's eye. It's also where we dream in our mind, daydream especially. Night dreams are more about water. But the air cards are now going to come up. And just take a deep breath as you ask air, the mental realm, for support. So make note of the card or cards that you pulled. And I got thoughts. I like to share what I get. Other people can share sometimes what they get, but it's just interesting to see. Okay, so when I checked in with the air realm, where can you and I open our heart to hold a compassionate vision for humanity and yourself? But if you're asking yourself the question, where can I open my heart to hold a compassionate vision for humanity and myself? Ah, mhm, beautiful. So Victoria was willing to share that she got power of intention, freedom, and visionary. And the reason I say them out loud is because sometimes if the words are said, you receive them like you need to, even if you didn't pull the card. And the collective, the group of us, are what create these calls, not just me. So I love it when people share, because I think that's part of what this is for. So I hope that you are getting value as you look at each of these questions. And now we're going to move on to the fire cards, the power of action, the power of transformation. I got move, 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 move. Ah, spark. Victoria says spark. Yeah, beautiful. So what did fire want? What did they say to me? They said, where do I need to balance my active, receptive, action, rest energies at this time? Pisces energy can be overgiving to the point of exhaustion. So you might need to turn up your receiving dial potentially. But just take a minute and check in. Am I giving and receiving in balance? And it never means like 50-50 because, when you love people and you care for people, it's do you have reciprocity is more the question. It's never a scorecard kind of thing, but just open and see what fire wants you to know. Okay. Oh, I hope you're willing to give yourself a little more rest, a little more ease. And now we come to spirit, the divine, the divine, the divine of your heart and soul. Yeah, I must have already known I was going to pull Grace and Trust. I called it in the beginning, and that card just really jumped out for me today. And just notice as you pull a spirit card, you now have a bouquet of cards. You have earth, water, air, fire, and now spirit. But we're going to ask spirit a question and reflect with spirit next. What needs updating to be spiritually current for 2026? Was the question that came through. And again, if these questions don't resonate for you, please know that I am not attached. Please, please, please let spirit talk to you. I'll put on some music for that. Oop, I'm supposed to see the music screen, but oh well. I will make it disappear. So when we have all the cards all together, we create what's called a unified field. And while some people's version of a unified field might look like putting the words together in a sentence, which you certainly can do, all the cards that you pulled, like, for example, when I have grace and trust and I surrender, I have, I am the true visionary of my embodied wisdom. Just made up some words there, but you can do it that way, or you can just take a look at the themes of the cards and how do they inform, how can they help you to put together a plan to not only do, but be who you want to be in these next 2 weeks. And we call it the unified field from Pisces because we have a Pisces sun and a Pisces moon, a new moon. So just take a few minutes and look at your cards, get a channeling, get a message, see how it can help you. How did the cards help you to implement what you are working on, to move it forward in some way? Ah, Okay. Okie dokie. So, I so appreciate everyone who came today and everyone who listens to these recordings. This work is so profound, and I love doing it in community, in circle, with all of us. You know, we have a saying in all the groups that I'm a part of, and that is, if it is to be, it is up to we. And yeah, Victoria, got to raise your hand there. Do you want to speak, or you just give me a high five in the ether? There we go. Got it. Love it. New way to use the raise hand. All right. So next time, um, it's going to be on Tuesday, March 31st, again at 1 o'clock. Um, that might be early for some of you, and I will make the next one after this a little later. I have a hard press appointment at 3, and I just want to be able to be fully present. But we're going to move into the Libra full moon. So for right now, Tuesday, March 31st at 1 o'clock. And I want to speak into something. I tried the AI assistant on this call only so I could get a summary. So if for any reason you got on the call, I won't use it ever again. If if um if you got on the call and saw that and got off, didn't want to join, please let me know. You can email me at judy@wisetransformation.com. I try things sometimes, and I'm a person that is willing to try and get it wrong and try again. So I just wanted to speak into that. Um, so thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And consider your authentic heart. And if you're in the middle of the weekend and you go, I really wish I'd signed up for that, you still can. You know, this is about you doing it soon, but not the doors aren't going to close. I'm just not that kind of person that says no, you can't have it anymore. But if you can come and be a part of it, I know it's going to be spectacular. Much love. See you soon. I'll post this recording on our YouTube channel. Thank you all very much. Let me get the recording stopped.